Closer to Fine is a song about anxiety and how to cope with anxiety. And it has endured as the encore song for the Indigo Girls for probably the last 20 or 30 years, because aren't we more anxious than ever? Recent studies in America have found that school kids these days don't default to boredom, they default to anxiety. And at its heart, Closer to Fine offers us an antidote to anxiety, with lines like, "And the best thing you've ever done for me is to help me take my life less seriously. It's only life after all." We're starting off on a good foot. So how does this song teach us to be a little closer to fine? The majority of the song points to one particular cognitive distortion, all or nothing thinking, something that is very common with people with anxiety. Lines like, "Maybe give me insight between black and white," and, "Well, the darkness has a hunger that's insatiable, and the lightness has a cold it's hard to hear." All or nothing thinking is one of the most honey-laden cognitive traps we have, because when our nervous systems are taxed, wading through the swamp of nuance isn't something that we have the time or space for. But it can also offer us a gift, because it's obvious when you start to look for it, and it can easily cue us that something is off and that we need to step back, regulate, and seek nuance. And in this song, Emily addresses how she deals with all or nothing thinking about probably the biggest thing possible, the meaning of life, or generally the belief that there is one whole, final, and truthful answer to anything at all. So when Emily Saliers wrote this song after college, she seems to be writing from a place that says there is no one answer to the question, there is no certainty. And when you let go of certainty and embrace uncertainty, you come to a great conclusion, perhaps the healthiest conclusion of an anxious seeker at all, which is there is more than one answer to these questions pointing in a crooked line. And the less I seek my source for some definitive, the closer I am to find. Because the anxiety that plagues so many of us often comes from the belief that there is only one right path. I've heard it so many times. Am I on the right path? People ask me, and my response is always there is no such thing. There are easier, lighter paths, there are denser, more difficult paths, but sometimes the density now leads to the brightest light there is later. Not only that, but the more we seek the best path, the one that follows the rules or that mimics the life of great people or that manifests, the more that we realize that we are bound by the limits of the perfectionist imagination, which, let's face it, is not that imaginative. Even those who are fully imaginative cannot fathom what awaits them if we stay open to uncertainty and use other gauges beside the mind to navigate life's paths that aren't purely transactional, meaning I do good, good things come to me. Life is ambiguous and messy, and the less we seek some sort of right answer, the more that we can relax into being, because there are things like inspiration and intuition and gut feelings and wisdom that come from many sources, just as Emily suggests, that may hold the answer to the next step that we want to take. And you can deal with your anxiety however you want, in whatever way you choose. You could throw manifestation at it. Look at me, I can control things. You can throw intellectualism at it. Maybe if I just figure it out, it'll be a little easier, or I can anticipate it. But when you stop and you take a deep breath and you feel into your anxiety, you don't fear it, you can regulate yourself. You can seek to embrace uncertainty first as a practice, and then eventually as a form of play. And then you might just find that you are a little bit closer to fine. This is Songs from Beyond, and I'm Kristina Wiltsee. Please interact to help our small channel.